Oh, this is Carrier Assault. And hello there, by the way. How the devil are you? Let me know in the comments below. Carrier Assault is Battlefield 4's Titan mode, and having played both, I have to say, sorry but no. It's not Titan mode, but, forgive me for saying this, it's actually quite good. And I know these days the done thing is to bitch about Battlefield 4. But credit where credit is due, when you get a few friends together in a squad, this mode is indeed pretty good. And so are the latest naval strike maps so far. I mean, it's early days for me, but yeah, pretty good. The game does feel fun again. Now this has only been a few rounds here and there, and so maybe I'm just having one of those good days, because let's face it, Battlefield 4 seems to have its good times and its bad times. So maybe I'm just lucky at the moment. But anyway, in carrier mode, the aim is to take down the other team's carrier, basically. You do that by firstly capturing flags which send rockets to the enemy's carrier and so on. Much like you do in Conquest, you're capturing these flags, and then eventually it's going to open up the enemy's carrier so you can move into that boat and play more of a, I want to say rush type mode, because that's kind of how it feels. So far, the maps I've played, they lend themselves relatively well to Conquest, and then of course to Rush, but that's not really surprising considering they were probably designed with Carrier Assault in mind, or at least, maybe even around Carrier Assault, who knows, I don't design maps. So yeah, I don't have a clue, but they were designed with this in mind, no doubt, or at least they knew that this was coming. I guess my only real complaint here is the lack of boats available on the beach once the carrier is open. In one particular round, I found myself running around the islands looking for a way to get to the carrier. Can't find any boats, can't find any choppers, hovercrafts, you name it. Now sure, I can swim towards the boat, but if your team's good, then they can destroy both objectives before you can even make it to the boat. And that did happen. So I don't feel like swimming towards the boat only for the game to end while I'm still swimming. Or worse still, I get to the boat, and just as I get onto the ramp into the boat, the round ends. So yeah, a way to get to the carrier quickly would have been nice without having to suicide. Now it is possible to spawn on the carrier once it's opened, of course, but I found more than once that I'd still be alive on the islands and unable to find anyone to shoot at or to shoot me. So my only real option was suicide, so that I could rejoin the fight. I don't really want to do that. A few more boats on the beach wouldn't go amiss, especially ones that respawn once they've been used, taken to the carrier perhaps. Now on the islands, as I say, the fight is very Conquest-like. Some will no doubt say that the flags are too close, but you know what, I prefer that. Don't want to have to travel for 10 minutes just to get into the fight. Call me the Call of Duty generation if you like, but I was playing long before Call of Duty came out, so that's probably not true. I paid for a first-person shooter. I didn't pay for a fucking first-person running simulator. So I want to get in the fight, and I want to do it quickly, and I don't want to have to travel for miles to do it. Once on the carrier, of course, everything changes. It is, as you would expect, a very close quarters affair, very hectic, and of course, this being Battlefield 4 with the amount of explosives, it does get a little bit silly with all the grenades going off. Lots of explosives, lots of C4, because there's right now an assignment where you've got to kill people with C4, so there's lots of that. People throwing grenades through small doors, that kind of thing. But what I found is it doesn't mean it's impossible to attack the objectives. It is quite difficult, but it's difficult in a good way, if that makes any sense. And of course, or at least it seems like there were enough routes to get to the objective to balance things out a little. Now that could change, of course. It's early days. I don't think anybody really knows the maps that well. Some will, but most people don't know the maps that well, so things will change, no doubt. Both carriers can be open at the same time, of course, so it's a choice of defending or attacking, and I found the first team that gets the carrier open isn't always going to be the one that wins. In fact, we were so focused on attacking we didn't even notice our carrier had been opened and it was under attack, so we lost. So far, what I've played of Carrier Assault has been fun, and as I say, playing with friends makes the difference. But then this is Battlefield. There are no shocks in that statement, are there? Aside from my complaint about the lack of boats to get me to the carrier, the only other problem I have is the end is a little anticlimactic. You've done all this fighting and what have you, and then, well, I've been stuck on the island, or islands while the carrier's been assaulted and defeated, and well, that was really anticlimactic because I didn't even get to see anything happen. And I've also been on the carrier when the game has ended too, and well, the end is, well, there's no other way to say it. It's fucking boring. Why doesn't the boat blow up? Why doesn't it like split in half like the Titanic and sink or something? I mean, you know, I expected more. Something at the end of the game to make it look a little bit more exciting. It can be a set piece. It doesn't even have to be something that we're involved in. When the screen comes up and says you've lost, why can't we have in the background the boat exploding or sinking? And yes, I know there are explosions, but they're like boring and yeah, they look a bit naff. So I want a bit more. Some Levolution type event or some scripted event that looks fucking cool, because it doesn't right now. What do you guys think? Should we get more of a, you know, an epic ending to what can be quite a cool epic game? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Well, yeah, let me know what you think. As always, thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you very soon. See you later.
Megalodon activated.
Yeah, but it's easy enough saying get Tenebles. Tenebles, isn't it? It's only like 4 now. How much club is that, isn't it? You won't